Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today for another YouTube video discussion. I've been having this thing kind of run through my brain the past couple of weeks. That's what I wanted to talk about. A possible, well, it is a missing feature, but a possible feature they can throw into the next Switch, the next iteration of whatever Nintendo's doing. And this can also go for Microsoft and Sony as well. They just have to maybe update the controllers or have some kind of a feature that allows it. But what I want to mention is, why don't consoles use phones? Okay, let me expand a little bit more into what I mean. The Switch has a lot of features to it, right? It has a lot of cool features to it. It has an IR sensor that's not really being used. It has an NFC technology in it that really only seems to be limited to just Amiibo. It has, HD Rumble, which, Sony has now improved upon with their tactical feedback and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff there that Nintendo doesn't really seem like they're doing with. So the IR sensor's got some cool stuff to it. For Ring Fit, it can take your pulse off your thumb. There's some pretty interesting stuff. Why isn't it used more? But what I'm mostly talking about is NFC. These phones have NFC built into them, right? A lot of phones have NFC built into them, and even if you set it up through some kind of a QR system, you should be able to pay for stuff and transmit stuff from your phone. When I set up my PS5, it let me do it through the PlayStation app, and then just scan a photo of a QR code on my phone to sign in and log in through both. Really simple process. Okay, and I understand that Nintendo is limited. They've been limited since the Wii when it comes to the internet stuff and all that, and I understand it's because they're probably more family friendly and they think it's more of a security thing. But wouldn't it be easier, just as an example, because I have my card saved on my Nintendo Switch, no big deal, but there was a moment in time where somehow my card got disconnected from the Nintendo Switch, and looking to purchase something, I had to put the card information in again. Wouldn't it have been easier for me just to go to the NFC here on my phone, choose whether I want the credit or debit card, and then just tap. Boom, hold it right here in the controller, and it's done. You paid for it. You don't have to keep the card information online should someone hack it, which, I'm not saying that anybody will, but just in case. It's a security feature, right? It's a security measure, extra security capability that you could throw in there. Same thing for Sony and same thing for Microsoft. Rather than store the card on your store and have somebody potentially get into your account and take hundreds of dollars worth of games, because that has happened to me on my PS4. It did happen to me. Would it be easier if instead my card information is stored... Oops, accidentally activated the light. Sorry. Wouldn't it be easier if I could instead use this phone's NFC technology, tap it on trackpad, maybe, you come out with a specific one that has it in the back or something, or even if something on the console itself, it just rests on top of the console and you tap it, instead of storing it online for people to get, Now granted, I know that it's still a risk either way, because hey, what's to say somebody couldn't hack into my Google account and see my Google Pay stuff, the cards that I have set up, and take the information. That's true, but my bank also has, alerts and stuff like that to make sure, hey, are you using this $300 purchase? Are you doing this, that, or the other? I know when I was trying to get an iPad recently that I made an order and then I accidentally canceled the order. Well, I didn't accidentally. I canceled the order because they didn't have it. They didn't have it at that particular store, so I went to a different store and purchased it. Because they saw that I was doing this transaction twice, they're like, is this you? So they set alerts like that. And it also saves, again, from if your PlayStation account gets hacked, you having to worry about, now I gotta get my card replaced, or I gotta, put a hold on it, I gotta talk with my bank, because it's not physically holding anything. It's, it's using like, hey, your card is saved on your phone, just point it at the, the screen or whatever, this QR code is going to generate it, whatever in the background that you would do, and do that. I think it's a great feature that's missing from the Switch. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this is something, because maybe I'm missing something, I'm only looking forward right now, is like, why don't I have that? Because right now I have both my credit card and my debit card saved on this phone. So I go somewhere, like, to a Walmart or just to any store for an example, you know, that uses the NFC technology on their cash registers, I can just boop, tap it. Go to the grocery store, tap it. You know, go to the drive-thru, they have that technology, tap it. I don't have to pull out my card. Oh man, I forgot my wallet. I don't know where my wallet is right now, but I have my phone. Tap it, and you just purchase that game. Easy. At least that's how I'm thinking. I'm surprised that we don't have this yet, and it's probably because it's a feature that would take up more components in the controllers, and you know, make the cost of the controllers go up. But I think that some stuff is worth it. Like I've already talked in the past about how, like with this controller, for example, it has the magnets for the analog sticks, so it can't do Joy-Con drift. Still, you know, a $60 controller, but you know, it's made by a third party and they use better technology in it. So I don't see why you couldn't set up something to say, hey, the NFC technology that we're already using on the Nintendo Switch for, you know, amiibos can't then be used to, you know, be used to tap and pay with your phone. Same thing with IR sensor. Like, you know, that could probably be something you could probably do and set it up to where the IR sensor on the Switch, for example, points at the screen and sends a QR code that communicates something. I don't know. But again, I'm probably just, it's early in the morning and I'm probably not thinking about this properly. So if I'm wrong or if I'm missing something, please put it down in the comments below. I'd love to, you know, figure out more research on this and look into it, see if something can actually be done, or just hear from you guys if it's something that you actually want to see, if you think it's a dumb idea. Because hey, I'm full of dumb ideas sometimes. I've talked about it in many videos in the past where I've just spouted out stuff that when I went back and listened again, I'm like, that doesn't make a lick of sense. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it here for you guys right now. Appreciate you watching. If you did watch it all the way through, I would appreciate a thumbs up so I know that you watched it all the way through. And if you do like this content as well as other content on my channel, you're welcome to go through and look through my content. And subscribe if you want to stay and hear more videos like this. Love to have you as a subscriber, but of course, as I mentioned in every single video, there's no pressure for me, because I'm really just doing this for the fun of it. But of course, any support that I get, any views that I get, love it. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it here short, guys. I'm taking up way too much of your time. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll probably see you guys again on Friday for another video content. Have a good one.